How's that looking now? Check, check, check. Okay, that's working at least. All right, how's it looking now? Can you hear me? I've got the webcam off right now. Cursor's moving. Does cursor move at 60 frames a second? That's what it's telling me we're at. Well, not really, but hey, you know what? Whatever. Okay, let's just go ahead and begin. All right, one last thing before we begin. If I hit this button, is it going to ruin everything? Let me know. Hmm. I get sign. We looking good? Or do we need to be in the regular window? I spent way too long in this stupid PowerPoint. Way too long. Hmm. All right, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, so this is a presentation over why the MS-04G Juagu is the superior mobile suit by Fanatec. Okay, I forgot that. Here's the Juagu. Table of contents today is what is a Juagu, origins in and out of canon, appearances, specifications, and why you should care. Okay, so what is the Juagu? The Juagu is an amphibious mobile suit. It's designed for long-range bombardment in support of other amphibious mobile suits. It's heavily armored and heavily armed. We'll get into specifications in just a second, and my picture's not moving. Okay, so canonical origins in Mobile Suit Gundam is this was a suit that never actually made it into the main series. It was one of those slated to come onto the show, but never actually made it. In canon, it was a suit that was designed at the California base during the One-Year War by the Principality of Zeon. It was one of several variants of the MS-04 Acguy. There is another one. See if it's on there. I don't think I remember the name of it. Um, but it is a long range one to support the Acguy, and then there's a short range one with 4 heat rods, which is pretty cool. However, Char discovered an underground passage to get into the base, and he pretty much foiled, like he ruined everyone's plans, including his own. So it never actually was deployed in its proper engagement. It never did what it was supposed to do. Um, However, some of them kind of got disappeared and taken by various forces. It ended up showing up back up again in UC 96. The Xeon remnants used it to attack Dakar. We're actually going to watch that in a second. It was able to take on 2 MSA-03 Nemos before it was taken down by a GM3 with support of 2 GM2. So it took a lot to take this thing down. This thing's a beast. Oh no. Okay, there we go. All right, so the actual origins of the model itself are a little bit murkier. I'm going to show you a clip from a video of a guy who did a review of the model, and he was actually able to hunt down exactly when the model first showed up. Because honestly, this was something that was just in a catalog, and it had no appearances up until 2006 and I think 1998. So back in the 80s, no one had any idea what this thing looked like. So we're going to watch this really quick. If it works. Oh no. What's going on here? Of course, there's someone with a truck behind me too. Never fails. If this doesn't work, I can try and I've got the videos on my computer. Yeah, give me just a second. This does not want to work. That's fantastic. Okay, 2 seconds. We'll get to watch these. Don't worry. Why is nothing in the taskbar? This is great. Hey, nothing is working the way it's supposed to, just as a good PowerPoint presentation should be. I needed a window capture of Windows Media Player. Oh no. We're going to make this bigger. Eh. Yeah, what kind of college course would this be without technical difficulty? What the hell's happening here? Why is this so massive? Holy crap. Fit the screen, that's what I want. Oh, golly gee, what are we looking at here? Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, there we go. Okay. I don't know why there's 30 seconds. Oh, because No, you know what it is? Okay. I'm an idiot. There's nothing wrong with the original. We're going to disable that. There's nothing wrong with the original video. I just encoded it with 30 seconds of dead space. It's not just my computer ego. Alright, so let's figure out. There he is. Okay. Alright, now we can watch it. Of course it's not. All right. Stream can't have this. All right. We're just gonna skip the videos then. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put this whole thing in a Discord, and you can go and watch it if you want. All right. More videos. We're probably not gonna be able to watch. Let's try this one. Okay, we're gonna try this one. It's 4 seconds. Okay. Buffer and freeze. Buffer and freeze. Okay. So what we're gonna see here. This is the first video. I know, I do too. This is the first video appearance of a Jagu ever. This was on 1998. This was Gurren's Greed. This was a Sega Saturn game that never came out in the US. And you get a whopping 4 seconds of getting to see the Jagu. So here's what it's gonna happen. It's gonna go fast. It's gonna go so fast it's gonna buffer. There it goes. That was it. That's all you get. And like let's pause and look at this still really quick. These guys had no idea how to animate this thing at all. Look at the fingers. Look how small they are. They had no idea what to do with this because all they had was that 1982 model. So basically what that guy was trying to say is the Jagu just kind of showed up along with 3 other ones from variations. No one had any clue what this thing was supposed to do. It was a static model, so it didn't even move. It had no flexibility, and there was no context for it. So this is the first time we get to see it. This is probably the only time actually you get to see the rockets work. It's supposed to have 300 millimeter missiles in its fingers. All right, so where the Jagu really came into its own, and we're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. It's not going to work. This is 50 seconds. God help us. This is 2001 Gundam Unicorn in OVA. That it kind of basically this is the Dakar base attack, and the Xeon remnants had like 20-year-old mobile suits that they're attacking the modern Federation fleet with, and we're going to try and watch this, and then we're going to try and go through some play-by-play of what happened, and just kind of really explain and break down exactly why the Jagu is so impressive to me here. Let's turn it up all the way. And that's it. That's all we have of the Jagu. Altogether, not even a minute of footage, right? So why is this thing so impressive to me? All right, so let's go back really quick. We'll look at the environment, okay? They're in the middle of a city. They have taken this aquatic assault mobile suit that's specifically designed for long-range bombardment and put it right into a place where it can't see anything, right? And again, it's something kind of funny about these. So this is the definitive Jagu right now. And these remnants guys, they replaced the giant missiles with tiny mini rockets. Let me look at my Jagu really quick. I think it's got 7 in each, so about 42 missiles. And then I think in the battle or operation games, it's 24. something like that. It's 24 missiles. So it's got a lot more missiles in there, but an interesting thing, let's just watch this little clip again. Like, for one thing, that not only looks like a machine gun, that sounds like a machine gun. That is the, like, you can kind of hear the 40 millimeter Gatling brrr in the back. Like, it's got everything. Like, if you just watch that, you would think that's a machine gun in there, right? So it's facing off against these two guys and then two Nemos that fall in. Um, and one really tiny detail that I even just now noticed is he takes a shot in the shoulder here by this beam machine gun that these guys have right there. And I had been thinking for the longest time, it's like, did they forget to animate that? Because you see it when he's standing defiantly over the corpse of, yeah, right there. You see the shreds. And even, you know what? That looks like a direct hit from the front. So let's look at that a little bit more. Right about. This was the entire, like, this was my entire plan for this, by the way. Yeah, right there. That looks like a direct hit from the front, right? So when did that happen? But keep in mind, or maybe it was the laser? No, he hit the side with the saber. So let's go back here. This is where we can really see the armor on this thing. This is where we really begin to think this thing is heavily armored. Like, there's no other time in Gundam that you see something shrug off a beam saber strike like this. He not only shrugs off a beam saber, he fucking smashes that dude. And that right there, nothing else. That pilot's dead. All right, that was the cockpit. He just basically shoved about 300 millimeters of steel into that guy's head. He's gone. So this is where we kind of see. No one ever confirms who this pilot is or was, or even if he survived this, because it doesn't look like he did. But this guy, to me, probably was not a long range pilot, because one thing, he took his long range amphibious assault mobile suit out of the water because they start from this whole assault starts from the dock, and he walks them right into the middle of a close range fight. So this was probably a guy who had more experience with a close range mobile suit and was just kind of hoping that the armor would be good enough on this thing that no one had really tested at this point. Um, so even though it was a long range bombardment suit, he was able to take on this Nemo and destroy him. And then this guy is thinking, I'm going to get him. Boom. Beam rifles. Now, these beam rifles are interesting. These are supposed to be particle cannons. They've been, again, the Xeon remnants replaced them with beam rifles, but there is not a single case anywhere that I've been able to find where there's actually have particle cannons. So I couldn't tell you what's going on there. And then this last bit where he finally gets bodied by the GM3 here with the javelin. That's just such a good fucking. That's power right there. But even then, let's pause for one more second here. Yeah, he thick. Um, Look at this. So essentially disabled one arm, plowed it through what should honestly the cockpit's about here. So he missed him by a few inches. Um, and he's still trying to fight at this point. That's how powerful, that's how much armor this thing had. It was still combat capable with one arm gone, one shoulder destroyed, and you can see the cuts from that beam saber there. That's how much armor this thing had. And we're not even talking about the main armor plate up here on his head, because his head's massive. In like Battle Operations 2, they kind of divide up how much health everything has between the legs, the back, the head. This thing is like 80% head. And that's what finally put him down. So for a 20-year-old mobile suit that never got tested, never got used in its original configuration, to take on 3 guys, 5 if you're counting the 2 GMs from the beginning. That's pretty damn impressive to me. All right, so let's talk specs really fast. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Stop, stop. Okay. I can just feel my frame skipping. Okay. So here's the specifics. I just cut them straight from the Gundam fandom because this isn't a PowerPoint. Like it's not college anymore. What are you gonna do? Call the dean on me? Okay. So it's a dumpy looking little elephant man, right? Dumpy little elephant looking man. One, he stands about the same height as other GMs, 17 meters. That's roughly average for mobile suits. 198 tons is fucking huge for a mobile suit, okay? 100, like that's like 4 GMs stacked together. And had super hard steel alloy. That's honestly like most Xeon suits had that kind of composition armor, and I think they basically just stacked plates on plates on plates and hoped that would stop it. Yeah, so we had 4 particle cannons fixed on the torso. The unicorn one had beam guns, which they worked, and then 2 triple rocket launchers on each arm. So there were 3 models originally. The first was that 1982 static model. The second was the 2012 Bandai Unicorn version. I think it's 2012. Let me look on the box here. Where's the copyright? I want to say it was 2012. Something like that. 2010, 2012. And I think Unicorn was 2010 as well. I may be getting that mixed up too as well. My bad. And then there's also this third kit from 2019, the P Bandai one. This one's actually really cool. So they got rid of one of the manipulators. Whoops. And they gave him, or they got rid of one of his finger guns and gave him a regular hand. And because this thing's from Unicorn, he got a heat saber from the goof. Because the Hygog had one, and if the Hygog has one, the Jagger's got to have one too. So it's pretty neat. I'm not willing to spend $140 to get one though. I just want the arm, honestly. Something kind of interesting about this design, it does not look like the Acguy at all. Like the legs are different, the arms are different. So there's no even though it's based on that unit, it seems like it has completely different parts. Okay, so why the Jagu? Why is the Jagu the superior mobile suit? Let's go over its disadvantages first. Number 1, it's a non-new type suit, so it doesn't have any psychic powers. It can't transform. It's from the UC timeline, which, if you talk to any Gundam fan, is the worst timeline. Never got piloted by Amuro. Never got piloted by what's his face. I don't remember the guy from C at this point. And it even got snubbed by Char in favor of the Zegok on the Jaburo base invasion. And of course, it had less than 3 minutes airtime. But here's why it's so good. Number 1, it's capable of standing on its own merits. You saw that, and I can pull up a playlist of my time in it in the video game. It's a really solid suit. Like, it's not a support suit that you have to keep backing up with. It can fight close quarters. And that's because of its massive firepower and heavy armor. It's got character. People love it not because just it looks like a dumpy elephant and it's silly. It's also really intimidating. Like, it's kind of a spooky suit. And it's spooky because of its simplicity, Like, going way back up to the beginning here, looking at... If we go... This guy right here, it's pretty simple looking. It's got 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head. It doesn't have any giant cannons hanging off of it, well, apart from the rocket fingers. It doesn't have wires and missiles, and it's not like the new kind of designs that we saw in Seed and in Origins. it's not overly complicated, yet it still has presence. You know, it's a great design for a suit. Holy cow, this thing is dying. Ah! Oh, here we go. Almost 25. Okay. And the best part about it, and why I think it's the superior mobile suit, it's the fans that have made it so good. We have a minute of airtime, of footage, and people love this thing. People hate this thing too. They think it's ugly. They think it's stupid looking, but people talk about it, right? Yeah, Gundams have psychic powers. We can get into that another time, but basically, all you need to know about new types is they're nerds. They're nerds, and they have to rely on superpowers, supernatural powers to get anything done. And they all have plot armor, except for Lala. She went out pretty fast. Um, but yeah, a lot of like the big, like the big super laser fest stupid fights that you see on YouTube these days. Those are mostly between new type pilots. Like non-new types are just regular human beings, and they can't really do anything because they can't fight. They don't have psychic powers. But psychic powers are for nerds and losers. Real men pilot the Jagu. Okay, that's what you need to remember. Okay, so where is the Jagu today? Where are we standing on getting more than a minute of footage? So far, there's been no appearances since Unicorn, and as far as I know, nothing has been sent out about another appearance. There are a bunch of manga, and I haven't had a chance to read those yet because trying to find Gundam manga is like pulling teeth. So maybe I'll do a follow up on those one day. But as far as I know right now, there's nothing really. However, there's a renewed interest in the UC. A lot of people have been calling for a reimagining of Mobile Suit Gundam with better graphics, just bringing it up to today's standards in terms of animation. Um, oh boy, do you see that typo? I sure do. The Jagu lives on in vid O games today. Gundam Battle Operations 2. A lot of people love playing it there. There's several different video games that it's made an appearance in. And that's mostly what I really like about Battle Operations 2 is that's when you can actually use the thing in its design philosophy. Like I have a video of me just sitting in a river shooting rockets at dudes on the shore. I think that's what the thing was supposed to be for. Um, so that's really you get a chance to kind of explore that aspect of it. Okay. The last thing I wanted to do, I want to do a showcase of some really cool models people have done with the Jagu because the base model's okay, but you can do some crazy stuff with it. This first one here, they screwed a whole bunch of bits onto the top, changed the color around, gave it some actual realistic shading, really nice. This one, I don't. They stuck a. God, what is that thing? It says an amphibious, like a Zaku 3 or something. They, they basically took the Jagu and made him into a backpack. And it's ridiculous looking with the legs. But it's funny. Here's another shot of that guy. And you know what? I could see that working. I could see that working. It's like a tag team kind of thing. He's watching the back, this guy is in the front, or vice versa. This one's really cool. Someone chrome plated their Jagu with a nice, really shiny finish. So that's pretty neat. I don't plan on doing that. This one's a ladybug. And like I was saying about having guns falling off of it everywhere, someone decided to put that on. So it's got a missile launcher and a Gatling gun. That looks like the Goof Customs Gatling gun, honestly. Here is the other paint scheme, I think. I had a picture earlier that never loaded for some reason. And this was the main color scheme of that other design in that picture. And it reminds me, there's an Italian camouflage from World War II. They used to put it on their armored vehicles. Here is a Jagu that someone stuck on a completely different mobile suit. That looks like a Gulf actually, because that's the Ghost replacement figure gun for the custom, and I have no idea what that's from. That looks like a Duke Nukem gun. Here's another Jagu painted with camouflage with a I think that's a Marine Zaku if I'm not mistaken. And then this is the Jagu Kai. It's a completely different reimagining of the suit, like a whole bunch of Kais, modernizations basically. Um, yeah, that's what I figured. Just it's the bottom of the ninth stream, and nothing works the way it's supposed to. Like, God help us. Like, the main thing I wanted to do today was build this model, and I don't even think that's gonna work. All I have is this crappy PowerPoint. Okay. So do we have any questions about why the Jagu is so much better than everything you ever wanted to be? I'll give us about 5 minutes to type our opinions. While we're waiting for questions, one thing I want to get into with the design philosophy of this thing. Um, the aiming reticle. So in Battle Operations 2, it's got a regular sniping scope. So that means that you can zoom in with it. But the problem is the thing is zero to the Jagu's right hand. So where the reticle lands, so if you're aiming at an enemy, it will fire from it it alternates missiles, and I don't remember exactly. I think it's like right, left, right, left. But if you're not if your other arm is obscured by like a building or a rock or something, it will completely miss the enemy. Um, it'll blow up the rock. I've done this multiple times. It'll hit the rock instead. So one thing I would love to see is if someone could make like a specially tailored aiming scope just for this thing. Like I could imagine because it's a 17-meter robot. You've got 6 barrels to aim basically. Oh, we have a question. All right. Does it stand up to all mechs or just Gundam mechs? That's a good question. So, and we have to even break that down to what universe of Gundams we're talking about. We've not seen it in Gundam Fighters, so I would argue. I mean, we're looking at this GIF. It'd probably be a pretty decent Gundam fighter if it was ever in G Gundam. Now, if we're talking about, was that New Century? New Century in Jesus Yamato, the literal Mary Sue of all Gundam, it probably wouldn't. But that's kind of weird because the Jin in that is actually I don't know. I hate the New Century because you have the Jin and the Jin's the generic bad guy suit, right? But then they made the Zaku, and then they made the Goof, and those were like the new ones. But then they also had dogs. Voltron and Megazord. I don't know, man. See, I'd have to get into the specs of how big Voltron and Megazord are. I'm just gonna say no because they have plot armor, right? Yeah, they've got plot armor. They always win. Um, Now, if you gave this thing to a named character or like an antagonist, maybe it might have a shot. But unless it has plot armor as well, you're probably not going to see it do very well. You know. Okay, I'll take another minute from questions and then we're going to move on to the model building. And I don't know if I can actually play the music. Like DCMA aside, I don't know if my computer can functionally handle having the webcam and music playing at the same time. Like this is a 2020 computer. You would think we passed this point, right? I'm having the same problems I had in 2010 with a laptop. The exact same problems. Trying to do two things at once. Well, three things. Stream, play a video game, or play have a computer, have the camera going, and have music in the background. Like just those three things bottoms out the CPU. I don't know. I miss having a desktop, but that thing was ancient. It was barely functional on its own too. Okay, so the goof, yes. All right, so I'm gonna shut this down. Thank you for watching. Here are my references, by the way. I have a reference. I have a reference page. So you can't send me the dean for plagiarizing. Can't do it. Okay, so we're done with that. Fingers and toesies here that this is gonna work properly. Hold on a second. Okay. So, handle piloting. See, that's again going back. Um, boy, that's a good question. Cool. I like that question. Let's put the Jagger right here first. So this thing's an amphibious mobile suit. It's supposed to kind of be like a submarine, right? That's its role. It's supposed to be in the water. So it's kind of like, can you handle a submarine that walks? Did I buy a 2020 toaster? I did not. I don't know what year my toaster is. Um, by the way, is the camera working or is it like I've got 59 in FPS. That's what it's telling me. Are we even live still? Yeah, it's okay. Um, just destroy my internet. Um, behind a chat, it's fine. I mean, when have we never had chat delay? You know. Um, so going back to Ghoul's question about piloting this thing. So number one, it's a submarine. God help you if you have to worry about like the Gundam is really dumb about actually explaining anything with science. There's no fucking science here. Okay, there's none whatsoever. There's no specifications on what missiles this thing has, or the beam cannons, or what depth it can go to. It's got a fording depth. It can tell you how fast it swims. Um, but God help me if it actually had anything supposed to tell you, like, imagine this just for a second. Like, not even getting into the space stuff with this series, because it's a space series, it's sci fi, right? Just taking a robot into the water and expecting it to survive. Not even combat, just not crush under the pressure. Someone explain that. Like there's a whole potential for a series on that, you know? That's one of the reasons why I love the amphibious ones so much. Because like one, they have crazy designs. Like this, the Zoc, I love the Zoc. The Zoc is nuts looking because of its weird amphibious design. Um, So that's one part. Let's just talk about getting on the like let's talk about this stompy boy right here. So number one, this thing is slow. Okay? Look at these stupid legs. I hate the legs on this thing. It's the only thing I don't like. Um it's a big, slow, stompy boy. You'll notice in Unicorn the thing never even took a step, and that's for good reason. Um so to actually walk it would be fine, but getting my main issue with this is getting back to these missiles. So this thing is 17 meters. We could probably argue just from the top of this cannon to the bottom of this cannon tube, that's probably 9 meters. So you've got uh 21 missiles that you can aim meticulously in very directions. Like this right here is you could shoot straight from like into the dirt right next to you into the stratosphere from that angle. And then you can manipulate it, like you can turn it like this way or like this way or like that. Like this thing has way too much range for the artillery it has. Like one of these days, I'll have to show you guys just how much trig artillerymen have to do for one cannon. Right, this thing has 9 missile barrels with 42 missiles. There's too much math here. It needs its own it needs its own calculator. That's what the big brain. That's what that big brain needs to be for. A fucking aiming calculator. Not even getting into the cannons on the front of it. Right? It's got four cannons and like no articulation. But they can be aimed manually. So you've got a bunch of like a bunch of weaponry here. God help you if you want to aim any of it. So could I? I don't know. Maybe. He's cute. Look at his trunk. The trunk is actually the unique thing about this guy, and it's supposed to be the cooling unit for the particle cannons that aren't actually on any of these. So essentially, it doesn't have to be here. And that's really weird because on every other Xeon suit, anything that has to do with ventilation is actually going back to the mono eye camera. So I don't know where his mono eye camera stuff is, but it's not hanging off the front. So I don't know. But that's enough about him. He's going to be back here watching us, right? We've got the MS-04 Acguy. So my wife gave this to me as a Valentine's Day present. It was very thoughtful of her. I've not even opened it yet. I've not unpacked anything. What time we got? 45. So I'm going to see how much of this I can do in about an hour. For you guys who have never done a gun club before, this is primarily for a Japanese market. So everything's in Japanese. So we're mostly just going off the pretty pictures here. The nice thing about this is it's pretty easy. High grades are always pretty easy. Oh, thank you. I'm a teacher by trade, so I have to talk a lot every day. So it's just it's naturally just at this point. We'll see how long that stays up. It's naturally, I'm used to it. Okay, so the first, your first inclination is always to just start ripping things apart and snipping. I'm going to open the packages. There's the eye. You probably can't even see that. There's the mono eye. It's going to be disappearing soon. I can guarantee this thing is going to disappear in the stratosphere. We're going to see how many parts we lose with this. Now, we're at 60. How does the frame look? How does the stream look right now? Scale of 1 to 10. Like, I'm just watching the webcam in the recorder in OBS, and it looks like it's pretty jank. It doesn't, this isn't a quality stream in any way, shape, or form. So it doesn't have to be good. But I'd like to know if it's at least watchable before I try and turn the music back on. Because I would like to have something playing in the background, because this is going to be boring without it. And I'm going to tell you now, this looks like a lot, but I think I got him done within an hour or two. It's not that bad. These are going to disappear. This is going to be the problem. Let me show you something really quick. So he's my first Gundam I've done in, oh shoot, 10 years? Nope, that's the wrong hand. And this is actually a model that hasn't been out in a long time, and he was kind of expensive because of that. And you don't want your first model to be like that, because if things go missing, it's bad. So I actually lost a piece on him. Okay, watchable? Steady? Okay, so we're going to try the music. We're going to give it a shot. So let me show you in his fingers here. We'll see if we can see that. In his fingers are supposed to be these little gray balls, right? And that's what lets them move like this. If I could figure out which direction, if I like that, right? So the fingers themselves articulate. I lost one of those into my couch. It's gone forever. So that's a pencil eraser. So, yeah. Yeah. I wish I could paint his figures. I've got 4K figures downstairs that I don't ever do anything with them anymore. I really should. I paid so much for them. Okay, let's try and put some music back on here. Wish me luck. Tomato, don't drive and watch Gunpla. Holy crap, man. That's a recipe for disaster. Here we go. So I've got some quote-unquote royalty-free music we're going to listen to. Let's see if if I get DC made over that. Okay, so we're going to work on the body first. So we need B3 and B8. So this, I think, yeah, this is the B frame. Here's B3 and B8. You need these guys to do this properly. And that's mostly because the sprues, this one's already broken. The sprues are these little plastic pieces here when they do the injection mold. And when I was a kid, you just twisted this shit off, right? But you have to actually try and get as close to the piece as you can so that you don't see that. And even if you do that pretty well, he's still got sprue pieces on him. So I've had to sand him a few times. Okay, so there's B8 and B3. I don't know, do you guys want me to talk, or should I just shut up and let you listen to music? I feel like I've been talking a while now. Okay, D16 and 17. Boy, this really does go together like him. $19 is his crotch bit. Okay, he sees 16, 17. Ooh, how much of that do I take off? Hope I don't just break it. 19. Here you go, Google. I apologize. I missed your guys' streams. I've been very busy being a dad lately. Just can't watch as much as I used to. This was a great idea, though. I think virtual Magfest has gone pretty well so far. At least people feel like they can go do something, you know? Okay. Alright, so this is the front crotch bit. So this goes down. Shit. Goes down. Ooh, baby, which one of these do I... Okay, so this is the back, so I should probably be putting in things on the back. His ass piece. I feel like I'm slouching now. Like I'm slouching and hunched. I don't know why. Gotten exceedingly nervous. If you like models, but you're kind of intimidated by the idea of models, Gunpla are actually really nice to start with because essentially you don't even need the sprue cutter, you don't need glue, you don't need sandpaper. You can just buy the kit and put it together with nothing. Comparing that to like model airplanes I've done 40K figures. You need glue, you need scissors, you need sandpaper, you need paints and primers. Like I do all this stuff. Like I've got a whole bunch of junk. I've got uh, enamel over there, and that's just because I enjoy this. I enjoy this idea that I can take a model and make it better. Oh, this is his body. Okay, but these are fun things to do. Especially if you like action figures still. Yeah, try Gunpla sometime. The kits aren't even that bad. They're like $15. Oh, that doesn't feel right. They're like $15 for a high grade, and these are both high grades. These are not $15, but that's because I'm not smart. But you can find the Hobby Lobby $20. They're imports, so it's a little bit more challenging to find physically these days, but there's stores. You can get them off Amazon, eBay. Most places that they sell models, you're going to find these things. Okay, so this is body. Alright, so now we need C6 and C4 and C3. That's these pieces. Can you see that color? That looks like pudding color. That's what I see is pudding. Funny story, this is actually my second attended IRL stream. And some of you probably don't remember this at all, but this is not the desk I used to have in here. We actually got a new one. I had tried to stream me putting the desk together. For one thing, it was embarrassing, so I'm glad no one ever got to see it. But for another, I tried using my phone to stream on Twitch, and it just didn't work. Like, okay, here. You see that? I don't know if you can see that. This camera's so shit. There's sprues right here, so I'm going to have to try and get those clipped off, particularly because this thing fits into a groove. You see that right there? It's going to fit in that, so we can't have anything on top. That's not a very good place to put the injection molds, actually. Does it matter which? Oh, that could be a problem. Okay, so this one goes front. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys, there'll be an assignment posted this afternoon about the Jagu on your portal. It'll be 500 words, double space times Roman 12 point, 4 references. Okay, you need 4 this time. I'm so glad I'm not in college anymore. You can't even begin to fathom how much of a waste of time I thought it was. C10. C10's got little exclamation points. Yeah, no, it wasn't even a chop fest. Like it didn't happen. Like I couldn't find the VOD. I couldn't find anything. It's like it just disappeared. C10's got a little exclamation point, and that worries me. I don't know what that means. No, we're gonna put these over here. Where is C10? It's D. A. There it is. A Mary board. What is an a Mary board? Explain yourself, Kuma. That sounds interesting. I'm learning so much today. What is this piece? Oh, it's gotta go the other way. It's like, if you wanted to know what a robot's taint looks like, this is it. This is it right here. This is the holy grail of robot anatomy. What the fuck am I doing wrong here? Are you sure instructions? Are you positive? I don't think so. A hole is smaller than it needs. No, it's going the other way. No, it was going the right way. I'm just an idiot. I was putting it on the wrong way. Ego, do you want to translate this? Okay. Now we need C8. The fuck is C8? What the fuck is this? What is this? It's got a little... That's C8. This tiny piece is C8 right here. Crap. Off to a great start already. So it's got the taint and then the taint cap. That's our two pieces here. You see that? That's going to bug the hell out of me. Fine nail things. They work great for light sanding. Huh. Ark told me about a... Oh, that went in way too easy. Oh, that's going to come out. Yep. Ooh. Ooh, I don't like that. Like, what's going on here? Do you see this? What's with this gap here? I don't like this thing. Let me... Oh. Okay, so there's less of a gap. Let's try it now. Okay, that's a little bit easier. Okay. I am less likely to lose this. I've lost my microphone. Help. Okay, so I'm going to have to look that up in a Mary board. I've never heard of that before. Why is this so loud in my ear? I'm at 4 on my volume for my headphones, and it's still like just in my ear, digging in like a worm. Okay, so there's the body. That was pretty easy. I'm going to set that to the side. Step 3 is A18, A17, the A's. I think this is the A's. Yeah. So A17, A18. I think this is his little backpack. Yeah, this is going to be his little backpack. The Acguy is a nice suit. It's not one of my favorites, though. It's okay, you know? Jagger is one of my favorites. The Zoc is one of my favorites. The Gelgoog Cannon High Mobility R-Type is one of my favorites. Gelgoog Cannon's nice. Zaku Tank is nice, but he's just okay. He's never been impressive to me. It's no fault of his own, you know. It's just there's a lot of stigma surrounding the Acguy and the Jagu because of their proportions. They're considered to be jokes, you know. That's not very fair. I don't really think that's a fair take. Um, it's supposed to be like an amphibious assault special operations suit, and it's had a few appearances. It showed up in MSO8, which a lot of people liked it in, and then I think Thunderbolt was its other big appearance, but that was an entirely different kind of Acguy. It wasn't the regular one. Okay, so these go. Ooh. These go down. Go down like that. Except, okay. Oh, this is harrowing. So they go down but a certain direction. How can you tell? This, and then like that. Okay, I see. So it's gonna run flush to the back of this plate. Like that? Oh, that's weird. Like so. Yeah. And then should move. They should be movable. You've got the little tiny boosters. So Kuma, you do Gunpla, right? I may have fucked this up. God damn it. I may have done this wrong. And it's never going to come apart now. Ooh. Oh, the sprues. Oh, God. Help me. They're not gonna. It's not going in properly because of this damn sprue. So these are. Oh, there we go. They move. That. See? Cool. Yeah. So let me ask you. I want to ask you about the metal, because there's like a degree of like realism that you kind of have to put aside. Like this is a cartoon robot. And that's my main concern is like number one, the feet, the details on the feet, and then his backpack. Like this is supposed to be metal gray, right? This is like a dark metal gray. How are you supposed to detail it? Are you supposed to make it like? Because I painted. You can barely see this, I'm sure. I actually painted the inside of his rifle barrels a little bit of silver, just a little, or a little bit of gunmetal. But are they just supposed to stay like a gloss, like a matte gray, or can you gloss it up? Like the inside of his mono eye has got details as well, right? Oh, you don't do gunpla? Damn it. I guess that's a question Ark's gonna have to see in the thought or something. Okay. Backpack on. Backpack on. Backpack. Backpack go in. What the fuck is going on here? Oh no. It don't fit. What the fuck? What the fuck? They're on the right way. Like look at this. It doesn't fit. It like the front it doesn't fit. What? Does it no. What? Wait a minute. Hold the phone. Why does this not fit? Like it's not the fact that like the inside plate is too far in the jetpack. The back plate that's supposed to connect to the back of the robot doesn't fit. I'm completely off camera. It just doesn't fit. Hey Johnny. Oh my god. Okay. No, no, there's something going on here, guys. Do you see that gap? Like, look at the gap on the right side here. What the fuck? Okay, now it goes in. Oh, there is something seriously off. It's this one piece. That's why there's a gap underneath and around it. Wait. It fit. It worked. It's perfect now. I had to take the plate back off and then like slip it in. Okay, I'm never going to take that apart again. Okay, now for his little head. Oh boy. Okay. I might be rushing this just a tad bit. That's because I have things I need to get to today. We'll see how much I get done. Maybe 50 minutes more. I don't know why I looked at the computer the timer clock. Oh, there goes one. There goes one. Thank God it was a big piece. That could have gone disastrously. Let's actually move this a little bit over. Okay. Gould, I ever tell you I appreciate every time you ping me for OP streams on Sundays, because I forget every damn time. And then I feel bad because I missed them. Okay, so we're looking on the inside of his noggin right now. And we're actually probably going to have a piece that moves. So his eye moves in here. If I decapitate him. It's got a little thing right here. You actually move it back and forth, which is a neat detail. So it should, that guy should have something similar to that. Apparently not every high-grade Xeon has that, though, which I don't really understand. Like, that's part of what makes them so unique and intimidating, is that eye. Okay. Oh, we've got a piece before I put this in. Hold on. Speaking of the eye, this just doesn't want to stay in there. There we go. The eye is A10 and the sticker. A10 and the sticker. Where's A10? That's 7. Do you see A10? Guys, I don't see A10. Here's 11 and 12, okay? 8. 1 through 4. Neck. Arm. It is A10. Oh, this thing is a mystery. This looks like A10, this little piece, but it's actually A7. 10 is not here. 10 is a Bermuda's triangle. I don't know. Maybe we just don't have an eyeball. It's a tiny piece. You ever do that? You start looking at something for a really long time and really hard, thinking you're going to see it, but you never do. Like, where's Waldo? You never find it. But you're just going to keep looking at it, thinking he'll appear in front of you. Man. Oh, man. Oh, geez. Oh, God. Oh, man. Ugh. 8, 11, 12, 13, 14. Why did they mold it this way? It's very confusing. You know, I used to work in a plastic factory. I do not understand this. Did it fall off? Do we have another A? No, it's not on those. I don't know. I don't know. I'm really confused here. It's A10. It says A10. There's no A10. Do Gundam, I said. It's easy, I said. What the fuck? Stupid earbuds. Oh, this is frustrating. I might have to skip this, honestly. I'm just not seeing it. It'd be a little piece. Like a tiny dumbbell. But there's no tiny dumbbell on here. It's like it's not here. Dude, it's straight up not here. Oh, God. I might just stick the sticker on the front of it. What am I supposed to do with this? Yeah, I'm just going to move on. We're going to have to skip the rest of the head, unfortunately. That's like an insane amount of stuff, too. That's like steps 4 through 8 we can't do right now. Alright, bye, Go. Thanks for stopping in, man. It's really easy to remember, like, or forget. You want to put these together, but there's pieces in between them you have to put in first. P, C, D, and K. P, C, D. K. These little rubber bits, we just don't even bother clipping. You're never going to see them again. Okay, so this is top, so D goes on top. No, it doesn't. D goes on bottom. Is That's not gonna fit, right? Oh, that's way too thick. This thing is such a clusterfuck. Holy shit. So let's hear what people had for brunch today. What did you guys have, since this was supposed to be like a brunchy stream? I've not eaten yet. So I need people to tell me what they ate, so I'll be hungry and leave. God. Oh, God golly. I have to hammer this. Get into you. Little rubber shits. Oh, oh. Elbow grease. Elbow grease. Oh, God, I'm squishing it. What's going on here? Put way too much force on this than I had to. It's never a good sign. This thing is just really weirding me out, though. Is this not the neck? This is the neck. Why is this so fucking tiny compared to the... It fits. Whatever. You can go eat. I cannot. I have to stay here and finish this. I have to finish this head that I'm missing a piece of. 3 and 4. Oh, the 2, 3, and 4. 3 and 4, and then E and D18. It's D18. I don't even know what this is. I'm making. How's the stream footage, by the way? Quality okay? I still see 60. There goes a piece. And like I'm just sitting here working on this at a desk, like, and pieces just go flying. So I'd recommend you have as much like light and space as possible, just in case that happens. Because things just love to fly away in this. Things just love to fly. Okay, so D18. D's. D18. The 15. Look at these guys. Oh, why bother? Why this is not a rubber bit? Okay, that's good. So my dastardly plan is, since I can't find the mono eye piece I'm missing, I'm going to assemble everything else except the head and then look at what we have left and figure out just where the stupid thing is that I'm missing. That's the plan. Stand. Okay. And this guy goes together. I think that's an arm piece. That's what that looks like to me, an arm piece. They don't really tell, I mean, they might tell you what this is. I can't read it though. Gotta do it again though. Is this the right piece? No, this is D. We don't need that. Just got my finger there. I'm probably doing this completely wrong. If anyone actually was worth a shit at Gunpla watch this, they would yell at me, I'm sure. I'm doing everything wrong. This is not a good hobby if you have like Parkinson's or something. Me, I'm just really uncoordinated, so I have no one to blame but myself. Beginning this endeavor. These little rubber bits don't like to squeeze in on the right angle. They're above the wall. Oh, that's my tummy. My tummy's not happy with me right now. It's saying I want food, you imbecile. Where is it? That's as good as it's gonna get. D11. C. B. CBT. 11. Eh. Gotta watch where things go. Gotta keep your eye on the ball. Because as soon as it's out of your eyesight, it's gone. It's gone forever, and you're stuck on eBay trying to find someone else's kit bashed shit. Okay, now we need D20. Oh, that's not D20. This is we need B13 too. So these all just kind of slip. They've got their own like little chocolate coating. I actually really like this color scheme. I like this guy's colors. I like the Acguy's colors. I love the Zox colors. They're flamboyantly unapologetic. B13. Oh, they're fucking huge. Holy shit. Only problem with this, it's so dark. Like any blemish from the sprues you're gonna see. And you can't sand that out either. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I may just have to go and try and find whatever color. Luckily, I think they put the colors on the front of the box. So you're not completely left out of the ring. Now, whether or not I can actually get those colors in the States, that's entirely different. Hello, sir. I'm looking for 1 jar of Acguy poop brown, please. Oh yeah, let me go in back and check our massive supply of Gunpla color. That's not the right one. I almost fucked this up really hard. That wasn't going in the right way. I wonder why. I have to stop. I don't know. I'm trying to. It's mostly my fingers right now, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe if I angle it down a little more. Really, I should have a top-down camera, but I don't have one of those. That's like an education thing. Oh, it's not going in, motherfucker. I need a pair of like rubber C-clamps or something. There we go. You'd be surprised. I do a lot of handyman work. You'd be surprised how many tools come in handy for this stuff. Okay, D11 and PCA. PCA. PCA? PCA. It's PEA. I mean, that's the right thing. I got some spares from the Acguy. I lose these. I have no idea what I'm making right now. Absolutely no clue. I think I'm making the arms. And then D10. We're moving at an okay pace. Not the worst ever. I'd like to get finished with this in the hour, though, but I don't think that's going to happen. There's still a lot of pieces left. We'll see. Maybe this will pick up after this. The arms, I think, are the most complicated part of this thing. Because there's like 3 or 4 different configurations you have. Yeah, the arm's really complicated. Far more than it needs to be. What the fuck is this? Oh, that's really weird. Oh, that's so weird. I don't like that. It's kind of just sitting. Like it's not in a groove. It's not in a hole. It's just sitting there. Like if I sneeze, this thing's fucking gone. It's in the goddamn stratosphere. Lost forever until we move houses. We have to pick up this room. Ooh. Ooh, why are you not closing? Why are you not closing? There we go. The music go. We have songs already? Yes, continue watching, you piece of shit. Thanks for confirming. Not doing anything important over here. B9, big old B9. It's these guys over here. B19. And this slots in here. So that's what the entire point of this was. You're never gonna see this fucking piece. You're never gonna see this. Holy shit. That was the entire point of this. So we could have 2 brown pieces next to each other. Ridiculous. Yeah. Just throw everything. Just throw everything. Just destroy everything. Unfortunately, I've got my mom coming down to visit this weekend too, on top of everything else, and my wife is trying to go and entertain her, and she hates having to do that, so odds are we're going to have to probably wrap this up soon rather than later. I was thinking maybe I could keep going for a little bit longer, but it's not looking like this is going to be done anytime soon. D21. Time for the claws. So we need D21. That's D25. Are we sure about that? That looks like what the claws should go in. No, maybe not. God, there's so much to this thing. It's all the arms, too. Oh, this is the right one. Okay, here's D21. It's all arms, too. Like, the most complicated parts of this guy so far is arms and his head. We can't even finish the head today. Okay, so here's D21. Now we need the fingies. And a cover for... which color was that? 15? So we need A20. What the fuck is happening here? A15, A20. Oh, the A20s go through A15. So these guys. That's going to be fun getting those out of there. I should have had a little cup or catcher or something when I'm doing this, because these are just going to go everywhere. There we go. The cool thing is, I think these retract. Like, these are reciprocating blade arm, or blade fingers. So, assuming I make this thing properly, they should work well. Okay, so these... They may not, I don't know. This thing has been so much more bizarre than I actually anticipated it being initially. Like, we've got weird stuff. What the fuck is happening with these? Oh, it's like they don't fit right. Oh, no. Oh, God. I think we're in trouble, boys. It's like the blades don't want to... Oh, there we go. Okay. So it's supposed to be doing this. It's supposed to be able to move, but they don't really want to. God help me if I lose one. Ah! One finger just doesn't like to move. It's either completely loose or really stiff. Something may have broken on it. Okay. Now we throw our pieces. Now we try and thread the fingers through the holes. Oh, this is a recurring nightmare I have every day. Maybe if I put it upside down. Oh, this is a fucking nightmare. This is what I'm contending with right now. So they have to be close enough to fit in the holes, but not too close to overlap each other. There we go. There we go. Yeah, that looks familiar. Now in the picture, probably fucking not. In the picture, these slid back in. I don't think they actually do that though. In fact, I know they don't because in the instructions it just says put everything together and get done. Which, hey, I can't say no to that. There. Behold. An arm. We could probably slot this arm onto our bad boy right now if we so desired. Oh, these fingers, though. These fingers are going to be the death of me. Yeah. There we go. Just put them out. There. That looks scary. That's an Acguy for you. So the Acguy's arms are extendable in canon. As a model, though, you actually get separate pieces. And you're supposed to get like a whole other, like you get like 3 or 4 arm sets just for however you want to position it. Just slap this on now, I guess. We're going to do a missile pod next. Huh? A7, what? Why would we put A7? What? What? Okay, A7 is this little hosey bit. This thing, right? That's A7. And it's telling me that A7 needs to go through A15. It's already got a hosey. There's a hosey bit in there already. What the fuck am I looking at? A16, A24. I'm following you. I've got you. Why does A7 go anywhere in this mess? Oh, it doesn't. I'm looking at the wrong one. A25. Okay, A25. Oh, okay. A7 goes in the retracted claw hand. So it's even got its own hand here. God, there's going to be so many little pieces on this thing just to sit in the box. I'm going to need like an art box or a tackle box to keep all this together. I'm just going to cut all these out right now. Just cut them all out. So we've got apparently several arms, or one set of arms and several hands. I think that's what's going on here. All right, before we go anywhere, we're going to put this together now. So he fits in here. That is the entire point of this, to make it look like there's a gun in there. One tiny, useless little detail. Still haven't found that mono eye yet. I'm really worried. Like, I want to finish this thing today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to without the eyeball. And this slots in like so. Maybe. No? Come on. Come on, your shit. Let's go. There we go. Okay. So that is the retracted claw. Silly me for thinking that'd actually be a system they had in place. I mean, look at it now. Like, that claws are so much bigger than the gauntlet had. Okay. So that's just a piece to the side. God, this is a real fucking mess. Let's get these off to the side again. So this is really all I'm doing. Just these little pieces here. There's missiles. And more missiles. And there is a missile hand. Oh, you know what? Let's actually put on a different missile. I want the missile hand with the machine gun. Or the... This is supposed to be a beam cannon. Tell me how that's supposed to fucking work. There we go. Beam hand. Or missile hand. With a beam cannon. It's got some weird flexibility. Look at this. You want to shoot behind you? You go right the hell ahead. There's some flexibility right there, though. Such a weird model. Holy shit. Okay. We're almost done. I think I'm actually going to save the extra bits. Yeah, we're just going to make the feet. I'm going to try and find that stupid piece I'm missing again, and then we're done. Because I've been neglecting my family today, and that's not a good thing to do. No, sir. Oh, my ass hurts. Let's just clip the head bits out. PC. Oh. Oh, God. That may have just disappeared. Oh, I see it. Woo! Maybe not. Oh, shit. Such a tiny piece to pick up. Ah, there. Is it supposed to go in? It doesn't want to fit. Shit. I'm trying to finish as much as his head as possible. Which way is it? No, it's supposed to go up or down. It's supposed to go down, just doesn't want to. A piece of shit. There we go. And then B9. This thing. Oh, where'd that go? Oh, that was close. That could have been bad. That's a piece that doesn't fit. May have never seen the light of day again. Oh, I don't like that. It's really loose. Might epoxy that later. Yeah, that looks like shit. I can see why they got away from the dark colored models. Okay, so now we're on these guys. There's some insane detailing. Are you ever going to see that? Probably not. Dick. Oh, that's getting sufferable. Suffering succotash. Never understand what these are. I probably never will. Just little circles. Hey, the detail though. Gotta get them deets. Okay, there's some kind of wonky piece next. What is that thing? What is that thing? D8 with PCNs. Okay. Those guys are going to set aside for right now. Gonna put that right there. Well, we're just going to cut out the machine gun pieces too. We're going to cut everything off A that we've not used, or that we pretty much understand where it's going, until we find A10. For the love of God, it's got to be in here somewhere. That. And clear dome. I'm gonna be really fucked. Oh, I found it. Holy shit. Kill me. Okay, in my defense, that right there, that's A10. It's clear. I was looking for a gray piece. Watch, it's gonna disappear. Ready? Ooh. Okay, now I can feel like we can get the head done. Jesus H. Christ, it's clear. Why would they do that? I've said that so many times today. Why would they do that? Okay. I don't like the stickers. I might just come back and take the sticker off and just paint it. I do not like this sticker, Sam. I am. There we go. Ah, ah, there we go. We have an eyeball. It barely moves and it kind of looks like shit, but we have an eyeball. Dumb shit. Okay. Now that it's in the track, now we can close this up and actually finish the head. Wow. Amazing. Okay. It's done. Now we need to put the clear piece over the top. That, oh god. So wait, how am I supposed to move this eye? The track goes a good distance. But how am I supposed to move the eye if this covers over it? Whatever, the head's done. That's the important part, is the head is done. Hallelujah. And the head looks good, I'm not gonna lie. That's a good looking head. This thing has just been a mystery to me. It's a goddamn enigma. Hello? Okay. We're almost done. This is how he is right now. I found the eyeball piece. It was a clear eyeball piece. There goes. There's the instructions. They lasted almost the entire time. So all we've got some feats to put together, and we're finished. So he's just gonna sit right there. He's gonna watch you. He's gonna watch you guys. I don't actually know, apart from taking the helmet back apart, I don't know how to move the eye. The eye can move. I don't know how though. As far as I know, there's no instructions for moving it. It's just it's not a design. It's not a well designed model. You know, there are things I could have done to it to make it a lot more useful, but I don't know. It's not my favorite so far. The Jagu was a lot easier than this. All right, so we're back to these. Okay, now we need the feet. You guys better behave. This guy's eye on you. I really should not be doing this. Oh god. Oh god. I don't want to break these like the second I finally finish this thing. There. Actually looks pretty good. He's watching you. He's watching you. There you go. Okay. Feet time. You know what's funny? I just realized I completely forgot I brought coffee in here with the intent of drinking it. But I've just been talking almost nonstop for the last 2 hours. More than that, actually. Where the fuck do these go? What? Oh, I'm missing pieces. Holy shit. Here you go. Why didn't you remind me about those PCNs? What's wrong with you? I could get used to this, to be completely honest with you. Like, I want a better setup than this. So you're not just watching, like, a poor angle from a laptop, but I could do these streams quite a bit. It's fun. Okay, so that's the bottom of a foot. And then this is going to go through here. That's all that needed to happen here, right? I'm still paranoid about this. It's such a pain in the ass to get these back apart to put something in that you forgot. Luckily, I think that's it. So there's 1 foot. And 2 feet. You know what I really miss? I miss doing Spooktober. I don't think I did one last year. In fact, I know I didn't do one last year. But, like, I loved, like, the first year I did them when I played Dark Beast. What the fuck was that movie called? Not movie. Uh, Dark Arms. And Wendy the Witch and All Real Monsters. Like, I just liked finding a bunch of crap ROMs and playing those. No, that was fun. I miss doing that. Okay. Hey, I mean, if it works, it works. I don't have to go out and buy a whole new setup. Um, D5, 3 and 4, 3, 4, 5. Are we behaving? Heck, I don't think so. Okay, it's like, no, that's 8. Fuck. So there's the Jagu, the Acguy. I cannot remember the last ones for the name of me. Jesus fucking Christ. I'm about to look this up. I'm about to ruin this whole stream just to look this up because it's bothering me so much. What the fuck are these? Okay. I do need these. I'd like a... Because you can't really see what I'm doing right now with the clip. I don't know. What I think I'm going to do, I'm going to look at some other streamers' setups and how they do this. I feel like I can do this a little bit better. I mean, learning experiences. Oh, yeah. Baby time. I've got my little boys up and sound like he's doing good. I just saw him. He's in a good mood today. That's good. Okay. 5. Hey, guys, what the fuck was the other robot called? So there's the Acguy, the Jagu, and the fucking... Not a Hyzak. Like, I'm going through every Marine MS in my head now, and I can't think of it. Okay, so these go here. See, and I don't get, why did the Acguy have completely different legs? Like, these are decent feet. I like these feet. I don't mind them. Fuck, at all. Like, Jagu, I fucking hate his feet. I hate his feet. Well, not his feet, I hate his legs. His legs are stupid looking. They're just fucking, like, you saw what they're supposed to look like in Unicorn. They're not fucking, like, dryer lint tubes, That's what they look like here. Like, in that, they had some kind of, like wrinkled fiber material, like, that. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, I can't do that, though. I have no means, unless I'm using my phone and, like, a tripod, I have no means of looking straight down. Can you see Jagu? Here he is. Now I'm just cluttering my workspace. Hey, Judah. PC8. Put him. No, he's not. Got you covered. What I want to do, you can't see this. I guarantee you can't. I've painted the inside of his missile tubes black, and I would love to paint his little individual rockets red, but I don't have a paintbrush fine enough. I don't think I ever will. I need, like, a paintbrush with a single hair. Accordion looking assy. But you know what I'm saying, though, right? It's kind of like accordion. It's kind of some kind of like it fucking astronauts. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like a bunch of bunched up material in between his legs. Not this shit. Strapped to a GameCube. Okay, now I'm definitely envious of your setup because I want a GameCube. I wouldn't strap it to a camera though. That's like it's not a good use of a GameCube. I don't know. I would love to get a GameCube so I could stream some Game Boy games for you guys. That would be so fun. Actually get to play like Metroid Fusion or something for you. Because Metroid Fusion, yeah. I've been writing something on those on Fusion. I'll probably do something on Zero Mission at a certain point, but like the base game is like 5 hours, which is fine, it's fun. But I don't like the fact that the last thing you get to do is go back and pick up more power-ups that you don't even really need. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point in that? Why not put something fun back there? Okay, oh shit. Can't put that on yet. Oh god, okay, we're in trouble. Naked foot. Let me put this together. I forgot to clip something out. But yeah, I'd love to play those for you guys sometime. I got so fucking mad at Yakuza. You don't even know. I was livid with his spider ass. He was so hard. I haven't fought him in like years, and I lost like 5 times. No, I could. Yeah, no, honestly, I've got 3 out of some crap set. So I've got these 3. The big one I'm never going to use, so I could probably do that to this one, but the other 2 I kind of use quite a bit. And I should have more in my my Warhammer stuff, but I have no idea where that stuff went. Last I checked, it's not in the model box anymore. I'm so hungry, you guys don't even know. Almost done though. Almost there. The end is in sight. So how you feeling about college, Hugo? You excited to go back? Did I just put this on the wrong side? Are you still listening? Jesus Christ. Fuck off, YouTube. I'm surprised I haven't gotten hosed with ads yet. Okay, which end is this? Is this supposed to go out, right? Well, I guess we'll just... This is now his left foot. Okay. Leggies. Now we just need the hips. Yeah, I don't know. I'll get to that point eventually. Right now I have more brushes than I actually need. So I can just butcher one. Like, I don't expect to ever use that big one. There's no point where I'm ever going to, like, do anything more than detailing. A. Oh, I'm just gonna go grab a sandwich bag and stick the rest of this shit in there. Because he's got an extendo arm and he's got like a cut off and amputated arm in addition to the hands and everything else. So there's a bunch of like options for posability, but I would have rather that been incorporated into the model itself. I don't know. Maybe if they do like a master grade or a real grade Acguy for whatever reason, which I don't think they've done. What's the scary class? Pretty bummed. Had to change my whole plan. Dude, I'm telling you, do not trust college advisors. They are definitely just there to make more money off you. I like real talk. I'm not trying to be a shithead, but that was my experience, and that's been the experience of most people I talk to. Just don't trust them. Tell them what your plan is. Tell them how you're going to do it, and expect them to follow through on it. Don't let them tell you what to do. Because that's what happened to me, and I'm kicking myself ever since that I listened. You know, like I was told, you can totally do 12 credit hours a year, you know? And then I'm like, oh, well, you've got to take an extra semester. You didn't take enough credits before. I'm like, the fuck? Fuck you. Yeah. Let's hit about. Dissections were pretty fun in high school. We did a fetus pig, and that was all right. Can't complain. Ooh, that almost went somewhere wrong. Is it going this way? Oh, this worries me. Why is there a hole on top? This is worrying. I don't know if I like this. Okay, so A1, A2, and D1 go together, and then there's another piece. It goes on the bottom. And that is a... I guess it's these. That doesn't make any sense. There's no slots for this. Oh, you do? That sucks. Okay. Oh, I see what's going on now. So, this is going like... Oh, it's like a... It's like Technics. And this... Which direction does this need to go? Does it matter? I guess it doesn't matter. I hope it doesn't matter. No, it don't matter. It don't matter. None of this matters. I hope it doesn't matter. God. Okay. So jank. Okay, now we need F. I'm a little worried. There's still a whole bunch of pieces left on this guy. Like, we're almost done, and I still have a bunch of shit left. Like, what's the rest of this for? You know? What is all this stuff on the spruce still? Okay. Those are done. Now we slide this through here. What? No? No, that's right. Oh, that's so weird. Okay, so I go this way. This here. Okay. Last piece is C1. That's these guys. Okay. Fuck me, really? Okay. Way to throw that in at the end. Go. That's done. Okay. Gotta take his arms off. I did not do something right. Fuck. There's a hip. What the fuck is this? He gone. What's your question, Ego? What about if peace breaks? No. This is very tricky. Fuck. Fine, I know you want to get in the slots, just get in the slots. Fucker. Down he goes. Okay. Gotta take his arms back off to put these on. And I guess they just go. Oh, there's nothing holding them in. They just go on. Like that? Really? Just infinitely slipping and sliding, or what the fuck? And on a fucking model that this is on a model that you have to take the arms off a lot. Oh no, I don't. Well, for one thing, like the Jaguar, he didn't have a lot of spares, and he didn't have a spare of the piece I needed on him, like that. Like this is a completely loose piece. Like you see that? I mean, yeah, it's fine, it's maneuverable, but like I would have liked something to keep it in. Um, no, I'm talking like this stuff. Like spares is one thing. These are pieces I haven't used yet, and I'm pretty sure I didn't miss anything. So I don't know what these are for. I'm a little horrified. I don't know what these are for. They're not in the instructions. Yeah, I don't see them anywhere. Whatever. Let's just wrap this up. Because we are donezo funzos. Come on. Oh, this just adds so much more suffering. Come on. Get a hole. There we go. Then we slip. So this is the left. Oh god damn it. The fuck. Oh, that's a tight squeeze. Oh, I wish I didn't have to assemble this whole fucking thing at once. Yeah, it might be optional bits. It's just really weird. I'm intimidated. This whole suit has just, on the whole, been a very weird experience for me. Okay, sports fans, we're done. Look at him. There we go. Here's the boys, side by side. And you can't really tell. The Acguy has kind of got this is when you take someone to the shooting range the first time and you hand them a handgun. And so they lean as far back as fucking possible because they're horrified about this idea this thing's going to violently jerk in their hand. Okay. There we go. Cool shit. And he's actually a little bit taller than Jag. I didn't realize that. Yeah, let me look let's look on the back here. Like, that's really it. I have no idea. Okay, yeah, okay. No, you're right. That's where the pieces go. You can't see it. You see those? This shit's where it's supposed to be at. All right, we're done. There he is. The Acguy in his infinite infamy and all his glory. I love this thing, dude. Like, it doesn't seem like a joke frame. It doesn't seem like a joke suit to me, you know? If I could get him in the shot, that would be fantastic. He's fun to play on operations. He's everything you'd ever want on a mobile suit. He's got a really good combat weapon, a close combat weapon. He's got that nice claw. He's got these beam cannons in his arms. Don't ask me how they fit in there. He's got missiles. He's got machine guns. He's just got a little bit of everything for anything you might need. Okay. So thank you so much for joining me for this. It has been wonderful to share a passion of mine with you. I've enjoyed it immensely. I'm about to go apologize to my wife for taking so long on this. Um, but yeah, thank you so much for joining me. Um, more streams never. And yeah, have a good rest of your day.